Let me ask you something. What is the most powerful man in the world? An emperor commanding armies and ruling millions lived his life with the mindset of a humble philosopher? Would that surprise you? Hi everyone, my name is Savalan. I am an author and also a handpan musician. And here on this channel, I share insights on self-improvement, spirituality, and timeless wisdom that can help you live better, calmer, and more meaningful lives. Today we are diving into some unknown facts about the Stoic life of Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor whose private writings, later known as meditations, have inspired leaders, thinkers, and everyday people for centuries. So first, let us bring clarity. What exactly is Stoicism? Stoicism is a philosophy that was founded in Athens around 300 before Christ by Zeno of Citium. The core idea is simple but powerful. We don't control what happens to us, but we do control how we respond. It teaches four main virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. If you think about it, these are qualities that never go out of style, right? Who wouldn't want to live with more wisdom, courage, and fairness or self-control? Now let's zoom in on Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius didn't seize power. He was chosen. Adopted by Emperor Antoninus Pius in 138, at the request of the previous Emperor Hadrian, he was carefully prepared for leadership. When Antoninus died, Marcus didn't rule alone. He actually insisted on sharing power with his adoptive brother Lucius Verus. This made him the first Roman emperor to govern as a co-ruler, showing that even at the height of ambition, Marcus valued duty and fairness over personal glory. Let's get into some lesser-known facts about that reveal just how deeply he lived his philosophy. Actually, the book we call Meditations was really his personal diary. He wrote it mostly during military campaigns, often intense at the edge of the empire. He never intended for anyone else to read it. Isn't it amazing that one of the greatest self-help books in history was not written to teach, but simply to remind himself how to live? Marcus Aurelius practiced gratitude in the simplest way. In his personal diary, Marcus thanks several times his teachers, friends, and even family members, listing the virtues he learned from each of them. For example, he thanked one of his tutors for teaching him not to become a sophist, and his mother for teaching him piety and simplicity. Can you imagine an emperor humbly writing down thank yous like a gratitude journal? One of the difficult truths about Marcus Aurelius' private life is that he endured immense personal loss. Marcus lost several of his children at young ages. Some historians say at least 6. Instead of collapsing under grief, he turned to Stoicism to remind himself that everything in life is temporary, even joy and pain. How many of us could show that kind of strength today? Marcus Aurelius never let luxury control him. Even though he lived in palaces, he often slept on a simple bed, like us, and ate plain food, just to train himself not to depend on luxury. He once wrote that true happiness comes not from wealth, but from aligning your life with virtue. Doesn't that sound like advice we still need today? He also dealt with the pandemic as emperor. During his reign, the Antonine plague swept across the Roman Empire, killing millions. Instead of panicking, Marcus calmly organized relief efforts and reminded himself and his people that death is a natural part of life. He kept leading with composure, even when the world seemed to be falling apart. Marcus Aurelius actually struggled just like us. Here's something people don't always realize. Marcus was not born perfectly Stoic. In his writings, he calls himself for losing his temper, for being lazy, for craving recognition. In other words, he was human. He was practicing Stoicism, not preaching it. So what can we take from Marcus Aurelius' Stoic life? Firstly, that even in power, humility matters. Secondly, that gratitude and self-reflection can be more valuable than wealth. Last but not least, Stoicism is not just a theory, it's something you live, especially in times of crisis. And that's the beauty of Stoicism, because it's practical. You don't need to be an emperor to apply all of these principles. You can start right now by asking yourselves, like, am I focusing on what I can control, or worrying about what I can't? Marcus Aurelius' life shows us that strength is not about dominating others, it's about mastering yourself. And if you found these insights inspiring, I invite you to subscribe to this channel for more content on self-improvement, spiritual healing, and timeless wisdom. And if you would like to share in the comments which of these Stoic lessons resonates most with you. Until next time, stay calm, stay focused, and keep moving forward. See you later.